goes down on Ruins of Lordaeron.
And it would be a fitting final resting place indeed, as it is a cemetery. The gates are about to open. Will this be Noble's final resting place, or will they be able to battle it back? All or nothing at this point, Ven.
Yeah, what is Method going to do? It looks like they're actually taking more of a defensive position, maybe picking their moment like we've seen them do in the past. They might play a little bit of defense at the beginning, try to slow down some of the incoming damage, because they didn't necessarily have the best opener in the last game. Gorecki had a nice triple fear. Everyone kind of got sat up on, and Method Orange really didn't get to Gorecki for quite some time. So maybe just switching it up this game a little bit.
All right, Roasty's not able to get a sap as Method Orange have secured combat. Gorecki in a great position that will expose Method Orange if they chase him down. And that's ultimately what I think Noble are trying to capitalize on. This is going to be a race to the finish. I do expect this match, as soon as the teams engage, to end very quickly. And that's why they're both being so cautious in this position. Sea-Doo, Trill, and Mez maybe trying to figure out what strategy is the best. Maybe running down Gorecki isn't, but Roasty's going to pull the trigger first, opening on the entire team. Everybody into crowd control as Sea-Doo is going to be the primary target. Jamili letting it rip, but getting gripped into a double blind. Great feels from Mez. Now Blood Elf Silence into the leg sweep as they're looking to reverse the pressure. Sea-Doo moves over for a Voodoo Totem as they are bursting down Jamili quite heavily. Gorecki's going to life grip Jamili to safety. He is going to be restabilizing, but that was the Rapture Archangel from Gorecki. That's the biggest healing cooldowns that Discipline Priest has. Now that those are out of the way, Noble could be exposed for a future attack from Method Orange.
There's actually a big overlap on Jamili's human trinket as well as the life grip. He was going to be completely fine in that situation, so that might be another opening for Method Orange here. But right now, Roast, as you can see, just trying to get his bleeds up onto everyone. Another full kidney shot over onto Sea-Doo. A little bit of pressure going to be coming in, but Sea-Doo and Trill and Mez able to easily slow down Jamili as he is forced into a defensive position once again, blinking away, using that Arcane Mage mobility, but Method Orange is happy to not chase.
Yeah, I mean, Sea-Doo's team, Method Orange, are just doing death grips on the mage into double stuns, and they can run Gorecki out of mana playing safe like this, and they could just stall the game out on match point. I wouldn't blame them for wanting to do that. It's completely against the strategy Noble were expecting them to do. We see a double stun with the Voodoo Totem comboed together, but not capitalizing on too much. Jamili was able to escape to safety with the human racial, and I do believe the next stun could be a pain suppression from Gorecki, or if Jamili's not careful, it could just be his end. He does want to get in the face, though. I mean, Jamili just would love to press Arcane Explosion on top of Method Orange, but they immediately punish him, and it's so difficult for him to find a way to get in there and maximize his damage. But if he doesn't get in there, how are they going to win?
Jamili needs to be pushing in to get out that cleave pressure. Now, finally, Gorecki's going to be charging in, gets the double fear on the Mez and Trill, kidney shot onto Sea-Doo. Jamili in a good spot to get those triple barrages, but AMZ is going to be traded out immediately for that Vendetta coming in from Roasties. Nice double stun coming in from Method Orange. Roasties getting low. Hex Stun comes in. That's going to be the evasion, the Cloak of Shadows, basically everything from Roasties to keep himself alive. Finally, Gorecki's out of the crowd control. You have to keep him up with the Archangel. In the meantime, though, Jamili taking quite a bit of fleet pressure as well. Method Orange now looks like they want to get really aggressive, but Noble's going to be responding with a full kidney shot onto Mez and a polymorph onto Sea-Doo. He doesn't have a trinket. He's already traded that out for the blind, so a little bit more of a standard play there for them. But Roasty's still in a lot of trouble as he's into the full Fist of Fury stun. Trinket's out, spamming out the feint, trying to get away, but Mez and Trill are all over him. Jamili's doing the best he can to throw out the polymorphs, but a nice hex coming in from Sea-Doo to slow that down.
Yeah, and the Chains of Ice from Mez are keeping the target in the Voodoo Totem for a longer duration, so there's a good synergy between Sea-Doo and Mez to utilize that Voodoo Totem. And now Gorecki's almost tapped on mana. They need to get a kill soon. They're trying to find it on Mez. Lights Wrath, tons of damage following it up. Sea-Doo deflects it with a well-timed Healing Tide Totem and Ascendance. Mez should re-stabilize in this position. Let's look for openings. Right now, Jamili has a Trinket. He could easily escape from this, and he will trade out Trinket and Blink to get to safety. But now Roasties is left behind, and they always do this swap to the Rogue whenever Jamili escapes, and it's ultimately what's taxing Gorecki's mana so much. Noble are running out of time. They've got to make a move. They Shadow Step kick into a full blind. Immediate Trinket into a kidney shot on the Trinket. Great setup from Roasties. That's going to bank them a Trinket and an Icebound Fortitude. Nice play from Noble. They finally have a win condition now moving forward if Jamili can land this arcane power effectively.
Yeah, definitely not a bad trade there for Roasties. That was a Vendetta, though, so they're not going to have that same sort of damage opportunity. Jamili still has the arcane power. He gets gripped in. Hex over onto Gorecki once again. Big cleave pressure going out from Method Orange. There's a Gorecki into the blinding sheet as well as Roasties and Jamili both get solo. Jamili still has that ice block if he needs it. He's going to be blinking away, but Trill is going to chase down. There's a fear. Whoa. Jamili actually forced into the ice block by Trill. Very nicely done.
Yeah, but Gorecki somehow got mana at some point throughout all of this. So, I mean, trading the ice block for at least a couple more minutes on the clock in terms of mana, I think is a decent exchange as they set up for a swap on a Sea-Doo, forcing Mez's hand. But now Method Orange are launching an attack. Roastie's Trinket's right away, but now into another Trinket from Trill. He's still under fire. Voodoo Totem landed onto Gorecki as Rosties is dipping low. He's got evasion. He's going to trade it out at 40%. Mez's Trill are just hunting him down, forcing him to use all of his energy on feint instead of damage, which is alleviating a lot of pressure on their team. And then going after Jamili. I mean, Method Orange's targeting is just clinical in this defensive play that they're oriented to in this game. Mez could be exposed. They finally baited Mez into the middle of the map. He's got no defensives. Any crowd control on Sidu could take Mez out, but at the same time, Method Orange are launching an attack onto Rosties with this Fist of Fury. Touch of Death. That's going to be a ton of damage. Is Rosties ready? Power Word Shield absorbs quite a large hit. Gorecki gets out of the Voodoo Totem. That's going to survive. Now the Polymorph has been secured, and Noble finally get to strike back, bringing this series 2-2 in a Game 5.
Yeah, Method Orange getting really aggressive in that situation. Sidu had no trinket, Mez had no